Yo,
here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Check the From the Shore to Be More show. Coming through strong with that podcast flow. Sunday afternoon at 2 to 3 p.m. slot. Got the Interstate 95 Turnpike high. When you tune in, they don't just entertain. They come with the message that presses the brain. Those other podcasts, they seem microscopic. Cause they're the big dogs that drop the hot topics. So sure, be more dumb. You just stay ready for DJ Boom, Shaheem, and on Demi. Put them together to the treacherous string. From the tri-state area to the DMV. So sit back, relax, get the Sundays on. On after morning, call before dawn. That positive vibe that we hitting so strong. With this podcast, so you can't go wrong. So, here we go, here we go.
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to From the Shore to Be More. I am the one and only Shaheem.
I am the official DJ Boom. Do what it need to be done, y'all.
Yes, he is. Oh, Debbie's not with us right now, but she'll be joining us shortly. And we, of course, are the treacherous three of the DMV, of the tri-state area and the DMV, for those who've been listening to this song.
There she is.
Hi, Debbie. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm thrilled to be here. How y'all doing?
We're doing fantastic.
We're doing great. It's good to see you here.
That's why I was a little late.
That's right. Take your time. We will happily wait for you. Oh, I like the green. That green, I like that better than the blue, actually.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
So what's up, everybody? It's good to see everybody back with us again for another great episode of From the Shore to Be More. But before we get jumping into that, I just want to go over last week. Last week was an amazing show, people. If you didn't catch it, it was great. And I know you can't catch it because the powers that be shot the whole show down. Yes, I know.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Insane to the membrane.
It is crazy. I mean, you can go and you can still listen to it. I checked. So you can go on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, and we hope we're one of them. And you can still listen to it, but you can't see it. But I'm going to find a way to put it on our social media pages, on both Booms and our social media pages, some kind of way, so you can go back and see it, because it was great. It was R&B Sunday, is what it was, folks. And so that being said, I want to say thanks again, of course, Boom, right, to our special guest, Big V, who came through. It was a lot of fun, and we enjoyed spending last night with him.
Shout out to Big V. Thanks for coming on the show last week. It was a wonderful conversation.
Yeah, it was, and I'm so pissed that it got shot down. But some people need their checks, so we gotta make sure we give the right people their checks, so we can get that show back. But I'm gonna find a way to post it anyway to our social media pages, so you guys can go check it out. All right. Also, real fast, my New York Knicks are playing today. Those Cleveland Cavaliers. They're already playing, as a matter of fact. I recorded the game, so nobody hit me up and tell me nothing about the game. Don't spoil it for me, because I will hate you. All right, so don't do that.
And I'm turn it on. I was about to turn it on.
Don't spoil it for me. I recorded it. I'm gonna watch it later after I go visit my mom and take care of all those things that I usually take care of on a Sunday. Then I'm gonna turn on the game, relax, and try to enjoy the rest of
them Knicks.
I do. Millions of people would disagree.
I want to talk about my Lakers.
I heard them Lakers had a great game last night. I think they're back in LA now.
Came out on fire.
Well, they needed to. Them young boys on Memphis was trash talking the Lakers. I think you heard all about it.
Yeah. They were. They was going for it. They gonna say they showed them. They said I'll show you who old.
They was calling LeBron an old man. It was all over social media and everything, man. People, it was rough. But I saw highlights from the game. I didn't see the actual game yesterday, and from my understanding, they had a great game out there in LA. Has shout out to LeBron James. Show them boys you ain't young, that you ain't old yet.
Exactly.
So congratulations to them on that win. And I promise you, if we face you guys, we will beat you. I'm just gonna put that out there. If we get to that. All right, whatever it is. Also, I just want to say this too, people. Our 50th episode is coming up. Can you believe it? It's been 50 episodes, everybody. And it went faster than I thought it was.
It went very fast. It doesn't feel like it. So,
No, it doesn't feel like 50 episodes, but yeah, we're at that point. It's been a great ride. And I'm bringing it up because I want you guys to check out the show next week. We're going to do our 50th episode. It's going to be a special occasion. We're going to have all our guests from our popular shows back to rehash the year, and it's going to be a great episode. So you guys need to be there for that.
we're going to have balloons and cake and ice cream. And
I hope so.
Oh, I'm coming.
I hope so. Shoot, I love cake, boy. I love some cake. Don't play with me.
Jack aboard. I'm just kidding. No cake. No cake. No ice cream. If it's not coconut ice cream, I'm not eating it. Or almond milk ice cream, it ain't happening. So.
But it's still a very special occasion, and we want to share it with you guys. So tune in. It's going to be great. Also, Battle of the Ages. We're going to be doing that again. So if you want to get on and have some fun and have your shot at winning a cash prize, you need to reach out to us. You need to get at us. And you can have your chance to take on the current champs.
The champions. All right? We are the champions. Hopefully we don't get in trouble for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. People are watching. The powers that be are watching. And that's not a bad thing. That means we're growing. If people are paying attention, that means we're growing.
Right.
What happens is there's a little algorithm or a code, and so it's not what you say, it's the mechanics of it that they pick up. So even if we put it on our page or on your page, they might pick it up because there's I don't know how to call it. You guys, y'all know the terminology.
Yeah, but I'm going to find me a nerd out here because I know quite a few of them who know how to get around these type of things.
I know the terminology. I just don't like it.
Yeah. But I'm not going to hate on them. Like I always say, if someone was using my material, I want to get paid for it. So I'm not going to be mad at the people. But I'm going to find me a nerd that knows how to get around that stuff. They are out there. They are out there. And so I will do my best to get that episode to you guys.
I do have to go back to this real quick.
Yeah.
I do have love for the New York Knicks. I've had love for the Knicks since I was a kid. So I'm a Lakers fan, but I've had love for the Knicks. So I'm rooting them on. Definitely. I'm definitely rooting them.
You got to clean that up before somebody was going to be reaching out to you, boy.
Listen, y'all don't scare me.
Somebody's about to be reaching out to you, boy. You got to clean that up.
I'm easily found. Fans don't scare me. Come forward. Come do it.
Hey, listen, but back to Battle of the Ages. For those who want to get on and take on the champions, you can reach us at fromtheshore-to-be-more@gmail.com, or you can also call 732-440-9314. Just leave us your information. We will get back to you. And like I said, you can have your chance to take on the champs. There you go.
They've been practicing.
Yeah. Also, people, subscribe. I want to mention that too. If you missed the last show, you can go back and watch us. We're available everywhere. So I don't want to hear no excuses, people. Join your week. Yeah. I don't hear no excuses. Join your week. You can find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Like I said, I hope we're one of them. You can find us From the Shore to Be More. Whether you're dropping the kids off at school, whether you're around the house cleaning, or whatever you're doing, just tune us in. You're gonna love the show. Also, don't not only subscribe, follow us. Follow our social media pages. You can on Instagram we're at From the Shore. Just simple that, at From the Shore. On Twitter, you can DM us at 2_be-more, and you can DM us and hit us up on Twitter. We will get back to you. I want to put that information out there. Follow us. We need more followers.
Follow me.
Follow me. Follow us, please, to the promised land. Oh, before I start going too crazy, let's talk about today's show. Today's show. Let's get back on track. Bucket list. Bucket list, and the importance of having one. I'm hoping you guys tune it in, share what's on your bucket list with us. You can comment in the comment section, and we'll hit you up. Yes, on Debbie.
So
Okay.
I did some research. The term, so when we talk about bucket list, it was popularized with a movie by Jack Nicholson
Really?
and Morgan Freeman about two men who had terminal cancer. And they broke out of the institution so that they could fulfill their bucket list. But the expression is kick the bucket. That means die, and that is from, I think it's the 16th century, where the things that pigs were hung on was called a bucket. And so when they killed the pig, it spasmed, and the bucket thing looked like it was shaking. So that's today's history lesson.
That was a
Oh,
creepy
that's
one.
right. Listen, I didn't know. Now I know.
And now you know.
And I do know about the movie, though. That movie was a good movie.
What was the name of it again?
The Bucket List.
That's the actual name of the movie. I haven't seen it.
It's actually the name of the movie.
Maybe
Very
I'll check.
good movie.
Yep, it's called The Bucket List. Yeah, that was a good movie. I really enjoyed it.
Maybe I'll take the time to check it out today.
You know, interestingly enough, people are very camera shy. A lot of people shared information with me, but was like, "Oh, I don't want to be." I said, "What, you hiding from somebody?"
The
No, I noticed that too. Sometimes people when we're trying to reach out to people, get people on the show, a lot of time people they'll talk about what they might have going on. They just don't want to do it in front of a camera.
Right. Absolutely, right.
You know,
And so
and that's a weird thing.
it is weird, especially in today's day and age when the camera, so all you see is people all over social media.
Hello.
Maybe it's not the same people, or maybe they're doing stuff they want to do, so that's why they're doing that. But
Man,
it's
there are
really-
people out there. Excuse me. Shy to get on here and talk and got a billion posts, a billion pictures of themselves all over the internet, all over social media, but don't want to come on live and actually speak. But you know what? I'm not gonna knock them. To each his own. You know, honestly, this podcast thing was something I had to get used to. I don't know about Boom. If you go back and I show Boom, did you see that first episode I sent you?
Yes.
You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw
Okay, yeah, that was the first one. On that first one, and I'm gonna play some clips from that very first episode next week. People tune in because you're gonna want to just see that. You're gonna want to see that. Yeah, and it was funny to watch. We've come a long way, haven't we?
Yes. Yes, we have.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, but bucket list, people. We're gonna share ours with you guys out there, and we want you guys to share. Comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear what's on some of you guys' bucket list, and I'm sure some of the things that people are gonna say and will probably be the same as probably what's on our bucket list. You know, but I'm curious. I want to know what's on people's mind. What do they want to achieve in their lives and things? And so I'm curious. People, so yeah, comment in the comment section. Let us know what's on your bucket list as we start to share ours with you.
I know one of the things on mine is to go to Memphis to this restaurant I saw on TV and eat some of that deliciousness that I saw down there in Memphis. I forgot the actual name of the place.
Boy, don't
Once
you
I
make me
start to-
hungry.
Once I start to look it up, once I start to listen, I'm telling you, you know how to what is it? Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Yeah, oh man.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh no, I gotta go down to Memphis and try this daggone restaurant. So
Right.
that's definitely something that's on my bucket list to make happen before I kick it.
Well, I'm sure you got more on your bucket list, but
absolutely.
since you decided to go first, you're gonna go first. But before you complete your bucket list, let me just put this up there, because me and all my nosiness was poking around, and y'all gotta forgive me and give me a minute, because my computer still doesn't work. Thanks, sis. Thanks, sis. But I had to look it up. What was the definition of a bucket list? And this is what I found. A number of experiences or achievements that a person hopes to have or accomplish during their lifetime. Okay? And a bucket list can be a small thing or it could be a big thing. Wouldn't you agree? A small thing like, okay, I'm going to take up sewing. Or a big thing like, oh, I'm going to travel to Japan.
Right.
Wouldn't you agree? It doesn't have to always be a huge thing.
Right. I don't know if anything on my list is small. I guess the restaurant thing is small. It's not
to me.
Major.
That's big.
Another thing on my bucket list I have not done, believe it or not. I've been to every state on the East Coast except for Florida. So at some point, I'm going to visit the state of Florida. I do not want to go to Miami. I absolutely don't want to go there. But if my line of work takes me there, then that's the first time I'll visit. But I do intend to get into the state of Florida before my bucket is kicked.
Shout out to the people of Florida. I personally have been to Florida many times. I love Florida. Wouldn't want to live there. Point that out. But I do love Florida. So shout out to
I do want to visit. Do want to visit Universal Studios too. I'm trying to go there. That's one of my big things I want to do, and I'm going to attend a WrestleMania before I kick the bucket. I'm most certainly going to attend a WrestleMania before I kick the bucket.
No, that's that. Those are exciting things, and what I'm noticing is that a lot of it involves travel.
Absolutely, I think everything on my bucket list is involving travel.
I'm just going to go out there and say, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was about to say I don't do swings and roller coasters and crazy skydiving and stuff like that. I'm not doing none of that stuff.
Ooh, I wish somebody would have a roller coaster on their bucket list, boy. I ain't that much of a daredevil. Man, please.
You've never been on a roller coaster?
No. I will absolutely positively. Now, in my younger days, sure, but at this age, there is no. I won't even look at one.
I have been on one. My entire
really?
Life. One. Mm-hmm.
Well, being here in the great state of Jersey, here in Asbury Park, Great Adventures theme park is right up the highway from me. Not even but 20 minutes. I could be a Great Adventure. So I've been on many roller coasters in the past.
Nope. I'm not skydiving. I'm not bungee jumping. I don't have no.
That's on some people's bucket list.
I don't have that type of adventurous things on my bucket list, but like hiking in the Amazon forest is on my bucket list.
That is daring.
That is my right. That is my daring. I want to go hiking in Yellowstone Park. Stuff like that. That's my daring. But I would even get in the water in the shark cage, and watch the sharks swim around. I would even do that. But I'm not doing skydiving and all that. No, ain't happening.
No, but those are some pretty daring things. They are.
Oh, I know, and that's why I'm not doing them. I'm not trying to make my make me kick the bucket. I want to kick it when it's time to kick it. I'm not trying to force kicking it.
You ain't in no rush to be dead. I hear that.
Absolutely not.
I hear that. I wonder sometimes what some of these people do, boy.
Let me do this and 50-50 chance I'm gonna make it through. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, learning how to fly was on my father's bucket list, but it ain't on mine. I'm gonna talk about mine later. You guys are gonna go first. I'm gonna go last on this one.
Let's see what else is on. I don't know what else is on my bucket list. Like I said before, I want to go to the Grand Canyon. I definitely want to get to the Grand Canyon, see the Grand Canyon. I done been to the Hollywood sign. want to get to. I guess they'll open it up if it's not open already. I'm not sure, but the Statue of Liberty. I definitely want to get to the actual Statue of Liberty. I've seen it, obviously, but I want to get there and say I was there. Like the Empire State Building, I was there some years back. I've been to the World Trade Center. And, you know, so those are crossed off my bucket list. I don't know. I think that's pretty much it for my list. I might think of some more stuff that I'm like, oh no,
I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna get into that later. The importance of not finishing. That's a whole. I'm gonna get into that later.
Right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, what you got, Auntie?
Guys, from the moment you announced that we were doing this podcast, it was really revealing to me that I don't have a bucket list, and I've never had goals. I've never set goals other than the one my mother set for me, which was to finish high school and to not get pregnant.
Okay.
Okay.
Without a husband. But you know, I never wanted to get married, although I did have some inchoate desires for love. I wanted to be loved, but there was no specificity in that. But it does turn out that I've done, you know, I although I have lived more or less goal-less, I have accomplished things. Like I did go to the Grand Canyon, and it wasn't my idea. Somebody flew me out. Somebody flew me out to Florida. I've had an opportunity to work in publishing, you know, and put out magazines. I've worked in the theater, very exciting. I wasn't a performer, I was an administrator, but I loved being a producer. And and then when the desire to become an artist landed itself on my soul, I didn't have it as a goal. I had it as a no can do. And so, but how I ended up achieving that was the desire stayed with me, not as what I was going to do, but as I was called to do. And ultimately, by making stick figures and painting like children did, I actually lived the life of an artist. And I never had the goal of being a movie star, but yet I was hired to be in a full feature film. So I wouldn't have known to dream for that. You know, I wouldn't have known to dream for that. But there is, I do want to quickly share that when I was in junior high school, and you had to choose your high school, I wanted to go to music and art for music. I played the violin, and I wanted to go to audition for performing arts for acting. And I was terrified, and I never showed up to the audition for music and art, never showed up. And then the day before the audition for performing arts, one of my friends said, "What are you doing?" Like, I was like, "No, I'm not going to do it." And she kind of pushed me to do it. I learned my script overnight. I auditioned. At that time, this is the Fame School. At that time, there were thousands and thousands of people who auditioned, and only 600 got in. And I was one of the 600. But I lacked confidence. I don't have goals, I think, in some ways, because I don't have enough confidence in fulfilling them. But there is one thing that, since you guys announced this show, that I put on my bucket list on it's only one thing, and I'm terrified. Guys, I can't ride a bike. Everybody in my family learned to ride a bike. For some reason, I couldn't do it. I'm not really good at physical things other than
okay.
but so I want to ride a bike before I kick the bucket.
I tell you what, if if allowed, I
I
have
was
six.
afraid of this. I was afraid of this.
I have 6 of them.
Oh,
I have 6 bikes. So whenever you're ready, just let me know. If allowed, I will be the one and would be honored
oh my
to
God.
teach you.
Well, I'd have to overcome my shame and embarrassment, that I, because I do like to look good, and I
Right,
won't
right.
be good, but we'll see.
Okay. I will be honored. I'm gonna put that on my bucket list.
There you go. There you go. And so, all right, well, that's something exciting to. Well, it's a new challenge for you. So that's a beautiful thing.
You are the
And
second
I
person today that I
Huh?
heard that don't know how to ride a bike. I was at over Desiree's house fixing the floors, well, fixing up the room for the baby.
Right.
And Dejanay was on the phone with her friend, and her friend said she doesn't know how to ride a bike. We have this joke between us that I'm her dad and I'm the missing father that's been missing her life. So I was like, that's my fault because I wasn't there to teach you.
Well, I think when it comes to bike riding, a lot of that might have to do with in what era they were brought up. Because once video games came into play, kids didn't go outside as much as they did when I was a kid. We stayed outside, so everybody knew how to ride a bike.
Right.
When video games, not when they came into play, but when they really came into play and start taking over kids' lives, less and less kids was going outside. They stayed in their rooms or wherever doing this all day. You know what I'm saying?
If allowed, yeah.
If allowed, yeah. So that might have something to do with it. That's interesting. But I think that's great on Debbie, and I'm sure you're gonna learn how to ride it.
I'm not so sure, but we'll see.
I'm sure you'll get it. I want to put this up too. Let me see if I can get this stupid computer to work right. This explains somewhat the importance of having a list. Making a bucket list allows us to reflect on our values and goals and identifies important milestones and experiences that we want to have in our lifetime. I think that says a lot. Your bucket list to me speaks a lot to what kind of person you are. And the things that you want to achieve in life says a lot about what kind of person you are.
Yeah, I'm adventurous, but like I said, I'm a different type of adventurous. Like I'm not the get on the speedboat and the jet ski and fly up in the air. You're not pulling me on the jet ski and around the water and all that. Oh, that's what's on my bucket list too. To ride a jet ski, to actually ride it, not be pulled by the motorboat.
That's a good one.
That's definitely on my bucket list to do that as well. I know they say it's dangerous, but I don't care. I know how to swim, so I'm not afraid of the water.
Well, my bucket list, I think, is probably like a lot of people's bucket list. Well, one or two things might be. Like, for instance, one thing on my bucket list, and I've always loved to do this, is to travel the world. I love to travel. But I haven't been out the country. And another thing that's on my bucket list is the reason why I haven't been out the country, but I'm going to get to that. I'd love to travel the world. I'd love to visit other countries. My daughter, Trasia, shout out to my daughter who's in the Navy, has seen all these beautiful places all over the world, and she tells me about it, man. And my heart gets filled like, wow, I'd love to have those experiences, man.
Right.
So I would love to travel the world, and I mean all over the world. I'm not particular. All over the world is fine by me. And meet new people and do different things and have new experiences. So that's one of the things that's on my list. And I'm sure that's on a lot of people's list.
I want to respond to that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't have a bucket list, I feel I can still say things.
Yeah.
When you have an ambition to travel the world, it's too general. So our goals are met picture by picture. It's more efficacious to pick a place out of the country.
I'm gonna get to all that. I'm gonna get to the steps of a bucket list too. I looked that up too.
Yeah, and say I want to go there. So there must be specificity in a bucket list.
Well, I stated in general because I do want to see the world. Plus, there's a place that I'll go first, and then I'll go
And I'm
somewhere else
telling
after
you how
that.
to do it.
You know, like for instance, I think the
Start with one.
first place that I would probably go. So many. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably Japan. That would probably be the first place that I will probably end up. Is
On
Japan.
a non-working thing, yeah. If I said, well, no, I think if I'm gonna go somewhere just to be going, it'd probably be Greece.
That's another beautiful place to visit. Absolutely.
But
Get some
Japan is the place.
authentic Greek food. I'm down for that.
I'm
I'm
going
down
to
for that.
Ireland in the fall, and that wasn't on a bucket list, but somebody called and invited me to a conference in Ireland, and so I've decided to go, even though I don't know how I'm going. Meaning I don't have the finances, but
Right.
but I think it's more powerful to make the decision than to wait until I have enough.
Right. Well, that's the right idea. I got a video clip of someone speaking on that. I'm gonna play that on later. Also on my bucket list, I would like to drive a race car. I love driving, boy, and rather than keep getting these speeding tickets, I'd rather be on a racetrack and doing it. It's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I think I would want to do that too. More of on a straightaway though. Like I don't know if I want to be doing no. Why not? Forget it.
Well, yeah, man.
I want to do the race car thing too. I like speed. You know, I was like you said. Well, I haven't, knock on wood, gotten a ticket, but I like speed. You know, I go for it.
Are you kidding me?
I go for it.
Maryland just sent me a stack of tickets, all from last year too. Could you believe it? Like they were what? Like
Yeah,
what was you building up for? What was that?
The knockout punch, the one hitter
What?
quitter.
I thought I was all this time. I thought I was straight, boy. Oh no. People out there listening, the state of Maryland do not play. If you think you got away with it, no, it's coming in the mail, baby. It's coming in the mail. So I got about 5 or 6 of them suckers, man. I had to pay, boy. What? No, you should have seen the look the wife was giving me. What? We're not even gonna get into all of that. So yeah, I like to drive a race car, people. I think I'd be good at it.
Yeah, I think I want to do that as well. Now the motorbikes, I don't think I would want to drive.
I ain't doing that.
On
In high school, I had a friend, an acquaintance of mine, died on a motorcycle. Changed my life. Changed my life. My father's always owned motorcycles. Always owned motorcycles. Since I was a kid, he's always had a motorcycle. He had an accident on one of his. My stepmother made him get rid of every bike he had. Yes. That was the end of that.
I have a friend like that right now. But I plan to get one, but just not a street racing bike. I'm gonna get the Cool Out 3-wheel bike, the trike. That's what I'm gonna get.
So it's on your bucket list.
Yeah, absolutely. That is on my bucket list as well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one. I like to cruise. You know what I mean? And that slingshot is pretty cool, but I don't want to be that low to the ground in the slingshot. The slingshot just, you know, I just feel like literally I'm on the ground, riding on the ground. Like, I don't want that.
My son-in-law has one. A lot of fun, but I get what you're saying. It is like low and open.
It's like and it's like no, I don't.
Very open. Yeah, but a lot of fun though. A lot of fun.
Right. Yeah, I think it's cool, but I don't want to get a slingshot. I want to get the cruising Cool Out bike that I, would put some stuff in and travel on and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's definitely on the bucket list. Oh, speaking of that, another thing that's on my bucket list, and I need to get some folks together to do it. I want to rent an RV and go somewhere. Like go drive from here to Kansas City and back. You know what I mean? And then all points in between from here to Kansas City, just stopping and checking things out and blah blah blah. I definitely want to rent an RV and hit the road like that. I most certainly want to do that.
You see, your bucket list is growing as the show goes on.
Sounds like fun. Is Tennessee on the way to Kansas?
It could be, I guess. You know, you run your route the way you want to run it. I assume.
There you go. There you go.
From here to Tennessee, stop in Tennessee, get back in the RV, and keep moving, heading on over to Kansas, and come on back. You know.
Yeah. Well, I got some other stuff on my bucket list too, though. And one of them, and my family will feel some kind of way about this one. Get on a plane. Now, that might sound like a small thing to a lot of people, but for those who know me, they know I am absolutely terrified of flying. I have never been. I get anxious going to the airport. I am terrified of flying. And so getting on an actual airplane and taking a trip is a huge deal for me. And that's why I haven't been outside of the country. I've traveled all over the country, but I've never been out of the country for that reason. I guess I could have took a cruise, but no. And so it is on my bucket list to finally get on a plane. Trust me when I tell you, it's going to happen one way or another. Either I'm going to physically get on myself, or my kids or my wife are going to knock me over the head and drag me on like they used to do Mr. T back on the A-Team in the 80s. They're either going to knock me out or drug me or something and drag me on the airplane because they are tired of staying and they want to travel. And I get that.
Maybe Costa Rica. My first flight was to California. That was my very first flight, 5-hour flight from here to California. It's the first time I've been on a plane. I used to be deathly afraid of heights. I sat in the aisle seat. I told the person next to me, do not open that window, and the person in front of me, do not open that window. I don't want to see nothing. Close the windows. Put the thing down. Close it. I don't want to see nothing. Now, I'm a professional flight taker.
Okay. Well, for me,
right by the window, open it up, look out, like, oh, look at that.
Right. Well, for me, it's not the height. The height is not the issue for me. I'm not a man who's afraid of heights. I put in windows for a living. And trust me, sometimes you're up on the 10th floor. It's not the height that bothers me. You know, it's other things. I don't want to get into it because people try to psychoanalyze me. I'm not even going to do all that. But it's other. I know what it is, and I'm slowly working my way through it. I'll just say that. Also on my bucket list, though, and here's a crazy thing because I live right near the water. Learn how to surf. I've never learned how to surf, and I live right by the water my entire life. I know how to swim. Don't give me. I learned how to swim at a very young age. You can't grow up by the ocean and not know how to swim. If you did, I don't know. You missed something. But I know I swim like a fish, but I never learned how to surf. And I see how much fun it is. These guys, I mean, they put on their wetsuits early in the morning. They go way out there and they do their thing, and it's fun to watch. So I would like to learn how to surf one day. I can tell you this though. One reason why I've been antsy about it is because there are sharks out there. Yes, even in Jersey, there are sharks out there. And if you're surfing and you're doing it right, you kind of got to get a little out there in the water. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and there's sharks out there, folks. And so I'm a little antsy about that.
I can't swim either.
Oh, you don't know how to swim? Well, that it's amazing how many people don't know how to swim, especially African Americans. For all kinds of reasons, I won't get into it, I suppose, but a lot of people don't know how to swim. But hopefully, hey, put that on your bucket list, Debbie.
There you go.
Okay.
Put that on your bucket list. You should learn how to swim. Swimming is a lot of fun, and I'll tell you this: since I've learned how to swim as a kid, I've saved 2 lives. I have saved 2 people from drowning.
Oh, wow.
You know, in my lifetime, and so.
Well, then maybe I'll go swimming with you. My own personal.
Whenever you're ready, but we won't go swimming in the ocean. We'd have to do that in the pool. You don't learn out there. Especially on the coast of Jersey. It's rough waters. Last thing on my bucket list, and to me this is the biggest thing of all, and it's something I will absolutely do. And people might not see it as something that needs to be on a bucket list, but I see it that way. and that's to quit my damn job. I listen. Listen. I never want to have to work for another person, company, or anything like that ever again. And I hope my boss is watching. I don't care. Ever again in my life. That is my goal, and I'm gonna get there. I promise you that. I don't want to work for people. I don't want to be someone's employee ever again. I want to employ people. That is my goal in life. And I'm going to get there hella high water one way or another. I can tell you that. I will be quitting my job. It's coming.
Even though I can't swim or ride a bike, I offer to you that it's better to say what you want to do, that where you want to go. Because the issues that you have in life are likely not about the job, anything that the job is doing. Right, bosses? Right, Tyrone's bosses? What you want to say is that I want to be in an industry where it involves this, and I am an employer. So say it on the positive, because a lot of people think it's their job. They quit their job and then they do nothing until they are broke, and then they have to get another job. So it's not about the job. Have some specificity about what it is you want to do.
That's good advice, people. Y'all should listen on Debbie. As for me, I'm quitting. Y'all, listen. If you're hearing it, you're hearing it. That's just the way it is.
I have this kind of relationship, by the way. If I say it, he's going to call it like that's our love story today.
That is funny. I actually did that. I crossed that off my bucket list.
Yeah,
and I have been an
entrepreneur. Oh, Debbie, you too. You're self-employed.
For 9 years now.
Well, I am, and I was like you. I was self-employed also while I was working.
Oh, okay.
Although I loved my work. So, yeah.
Yeah, but that's on my bucket list, man. I mean, well, a goal that I want to achieve. Let's say that, and hopefully I'm gonna get there, man. I'm gonna get there. I will.
Before you're 65 and they put you out to pasture.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
At 65,
that's a whole other conversation about how people are made. People reach a certain age and they're made to feel worthless. I've never agreed with that. I never agreed with that. But that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But people always, what would they say? In with the new and out with the old. That's true when it comes to human beings too. Unfortunately.
Yeah, my sis just chimed in and said one of the things on her bucket list is to travel to South Carolina to see the preserved African culture.
In the Gully people down there in South Carolina?
Gullah. Mm-hmm.
Gullah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Shout out to those people down there. For those who don't know, Aunt Debbie, can you elaborate a little bit on who the Gullah people are?
Well, his sister would do a better job, but the Gullah people are still living their traditional African culture. That was one of the places where kidnapped Africans were dropped off, and they managed to maintain aspects of the culture. So,
beautiful.
My brother Sam would be thrilled to hear of this ambition of your sisters. But they're also known as rice eaters. You may have seen the culture in Daughters of the Dust, the movie Daughters of the Dust. That was about the Gullah people in South Carolina.
They're rice eaters.
And we grew up eating rice. We're from South Carolina, my father's ancestors, and we ate rice every single day of our lives until until at 50 I said, wait a minute, I don't have to eat rice every day.
I hate rice. I will not eat it. I hate rice. Even with, I'll eat it sometimes with Chinese food, but other than that, I won't eat rice because of that reason. We had rice so much as a kid, man. Listen, that was a mainstay in our house, unfortunately. Now I will not eat it. But that's my personal thing.
If you eat brown rice, folks, if you do eat brown rice.
What's the difference?
The white rice is more processed and it
Okay.
has less nutrients and less
Okay.
fiber. Brown rice has more fiber and it's less processed.
Okay. Well, there you go. People, if you're gonna eat rice, eat the brown stuff. It's better for
More
you.
natural. Hmm.
Now, I have a video about for those out there who don't have a bucket list or were thinking about creating one. This video might help you build your bucket list. You guys mind if I play this?
Go right on ahead.
Do you have a bucket list? This is a list of wishes and desires that you want to accomplish in your life. They can range from small, like learning how to sew, to huge, like visiting every country in the world. In this video, I want to teach you the 6 steps you can do right now to create your bucket list. Step number 1, dreamstorm. The first thing you can do to create your bucket list is to dreamstorm. This is a combination of dreaming and brainstorming. Take out a piece of paper or open a new document and set aside at least 15 minutes to put all of your ideas into writing. Here's the key: remove all limits. Let your mind be as free as possible. Put down every single idea that pops into your head. It's not crazy, it's not impossible, it's not silly, just put it down. You are not allowed to edit for feasibility or possibility in dreamstorming. When you let your brain and mind free, it's amazing what ideas will come out. Step number 2, time list. Next, it's time to break up your list by time. This is crucial because otherwise your bucket list could languish in your computer or desk drawer without ever getting done because it feels too long or overwhelming. You are going to take a look at all of the items on your list and figure out if they are short-term, long-term, or special term. Here are the categories you can consider using. Are there items you think you can get done this summer or next? For example, this summer I hope to go berry picking at a local farm, paint a Jacopo del Ponte picture, and learn how to grow tomatoes. What do you want to achieve before you hit your next birthday milestone? You can also break your bucket list into years. This is a great thing to think about along with resolutions and goals. However, don't wait until the end of the year to do this. For big bucket list items like travel or learning, you often have to save up money, book flights, or coordinate plans more than a year in advance. So think about your next year bucket list right now to start to prepare. Step 3, partner and joy. Get someone who can help you brainstorm and complete your bucket list. This could be a partner, since you'll likely be doing things together, but it could also be an adventurous friend who will push you out of your comfort zone. Step 4, top 3. It can be overwhelming to look at your long list and think about how and when you will complete them all. But don't worry, this is the best problem to have. I want you to pick 3 items to work on planning. Yep, just 3 right now. More than that and it becomes too much to think about. Here's how to pick the top 3. Ask yourself, what excites me most? Scan your list and take note of the items that give you a little rush, or when you think of them, your blood starts to pump. What has a time limit? Is there anything that you need to do soon because of a time limit? For example, I want to go berry picking this summer, and berries are only in season for a few weeks, so I need to get that on the calendar. Step 5, who, when, where, and how much. Once you pick your 3, it's time to start the basic steps of planning. Basically, who? Are you flying solo, or do you need a partner to join in the joy? When? When does this need to happen? What time of day? Weekend or weekday? Get specific. Where? Where do you need to go and how do you get there? Do you need to book transport ahead of time, like a ticket or a car? How much? How do you need to complete this item? How much money do you need to save up? This is what you should focus on right away. Step 6, never ending. This might sound a bit odd, but the goal of your bucket list is not to finish it. It's to keep it growing. The best lists are constantly changing. You are adding items and checking off items you've completed. Keep the never-ending bucket list mentality to live a regret-free life. See the world through the lens of a bucket list. What do I want to do in my lifetime? What can I savor and celebrate once I've completed an item? Want to see my bucket list? Want to get some ideas for yours? Check out scienceofpeople.com/bucket list. Can't wait to hear what you start with.
Excuse me. The lady in the video made some really good points. Some really good points, at least to me she did. And one of the things she brought up was living a regret-free life. I think that's important. She also talked about. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Boom?
I said I think that's extremely important.
Right. I think so. Checking things off your bucket list gives you a sense of fulfillment. That is a positive feeling. She also brought up never ending. You should constantly be knocking things off and adding on as you're going through life. I think that's important too, because you change as you get older and things. You might want to do different things. You might want to do different things, and so it should be never ending, folks. You shouldn't just have the list and say that's it. No, as you knock them off, add something else. She also brought up something that you brought up on Debbie, and that was the finances of it. Getting the money together to do those things that are on your bucket list. That's another important thing. But listen, if you don't start, you'll never get there. So you have to start somewhere. Also, another thing that on Debbie you brought up that she mentioned was being specific. For instance, in your travels, be more specific and say, okay, I want to go to Mount Everest, or I'm going to visit the Ivory Coast of Africa, and then start to knock those things down. She also had, if you notice, had different lists for when you're in your 20s, different lists for when you're in your 30s, and so on and so forth. I think that's important, because I can tell you right now, if I had wrote a bucket list in the 20s, if I had it, I can tell you right now that what would be on my bucket list now would be entirely different from what was on my bucket list when I was in my 20s. I can guarantee you some old stupid superficial stuff. I can guarantee that. But that's part of being in your 20s.
I get, you know what I'm thinking about it. Like, yeah, what might have been different? Would I have wanted to do skydiving? No, it still wouldn't have did skydiving.
No, but see, I know me in my 20s. I mean, in my 20s, something stupid would have been on it, like, oh, I want to meet a porn star. So still something stupid, but that's part of growing up. That's part of being in your 20s. You're a little bit more reckless.
Right. Let's see. Did I have any more on my bucket list?
Yours is constantly growing as the show goes on, but I like that. Listen, I like that.
It's so many things that I said I was going to do before I left this earth. I do want to, and I'm going to try to make it happen. I don't know if it will or won't, but I definitely want to step into a wrestling ring. Not necessarily to wrestle.
I was about to say.
I just want to be able to step through those ropes and be like, wow. I've been watching wrestling since I was 8.
Yeah, no.
I'm talking 41 years of watching wrestling. Still a fan.
In fact, you have a WWE belt right now, don't you? Go get it. You know you do. Go get it. You know you got it. Go get it. and that's that. And so when he brought up going to WrestleMania, I understood where he was coming from, because of course, being his cousin, I've known him all his life. And yes, he has been a huge wrestling fan since I've known him. So I definitely understood that. Now, Debbie, though, listening to all of this, has it given you any ideas of things to put on?
It has, but he's got his belt, so let him. Damn, baby.
Yeah, he got 2 of them. That's what I'm talking about.
Champ is here.
It's so masculine.
Yeah.
I like it.
I love it.
I actually took this from somebody. Like, I beat them for it.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
And what I want people to take note of, is the smile on this man's face as he's
Absolutely.
fully enjoying this.
Listen,
I'm loving
I
it.
am 100% a fan. I am a fan through and through. I am a fan. So, ain't nothing else I can say to that. But to actually physically walk into a wrestling ring, man, listen.
Yeah. Well, listen, you're gonna get there because we're gonna get you there. This show is gonna blossom to the point.
There. How do you get there? Is it hard? Is it?
No, this show is gonna blow up so big, and we're gonna become so famous and powerful that we're gonna be able to sign our own tickets, and we're going to be in that ring before it all starts. That's what's gonna happen.
Where is the ring? Where is it?
Oh, all over.
Well, everywhere, any arena,
Madison Square Garden.
Right, Madison Square Garden, any arena where they set up to do the wrestling entertainment thing. I would want to go there and be able to step into the ring and just even be in there. Not to actually physically wrestle in that bad boy. Listen,
my back hurting thinking about it.
I dive. I wish we could have had Boom's other sister on as well, because she used to do vision boards or treasure maps, some people call them, where you cut out your images of your vision and you put them on a large, I guess, oak tag, it's called. So I wish we had her on to talk about.
Well, which sister?
To talk about that, Fajaya.
Oh,
yeah, she used to run. Yeah. She used to do it every year. I think around New Year, she would have people, make not. I think they had magazines, and you cut out pictures.
Yeah, that's what we did.
That relate, and you.
That's exactly what we did. And funny thing is about that, on her vision board, she had a Chevy Equinox on her vision board. At the time, she was driving a Chevy Cruze. So she was driving a car, and the Equinox obviously is a truck. Guess what she's driving now?
What's that?
A Chevy Equinox.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go. The importance of having goals and achieving them.
And she didn't realize it. She didn't even realize she was driving the truck that she had on her vision board. She didn't even realize she was driving it. But now she drives a Chevy Equinox, and that's just
wow. That's awesome. That is really awesome. This show, this podcast inspires me to kind of do it the other way, and that is to make a list of all of the great things that I have done. Because when I start thinking, I was in a couple of films. I've been on TV. I've had lots of things that maybe even my family doesn't know about. So I'm going to start by listing what I've accomplished, and then see if I can add to it. One of the measures that I use for am I going to do something or am I not? And usually these are short-term goals. And I like that she mentioned short-term, because most of my stuff has been like, do I want to go to that event? But one of the things I ask myself is, if I am on my deathbed, and I believe that when you're on your deathbed, you get this review of your life, all of the grudges you've held, all of the things that you were too afraid to try. And to me, if I think, I could have been an artist, but I was too egotistical, and then, I want that moment before I die to be, I did not hold this grudge. A
regret-free life.
I don't want to have any, major regrets. Right. And she also spoke about living your values. And one of the things that I've accomplished that I am most proud of is I fashioned myself into an aunt. And this is why they call me Aunt Debbie. I wasn't an aunt biologically. It wasn't that these people were my blood. But I said, you know what? There are these children out there. They were my blood. At first, it was my brother's, my sister's child, all of them. And I thought, I want to be active as an aunt. Now, unfortunately, some of them thought that it meant that I would be giving them money all the time.
That's exactly what I thought. It's
I
not,
know.
y'all. It's
It's like aunties give. Well, I the way I lived my life, I didn't think like that, or I didn't have the money. But what I had was time, and I've been an aunt on purpose. I cultivated that, and I cultivate it now, and that is my forever enduring creation.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. And I'm hoping you make that list because I'm going to call you on it next week's show. So I hope you do make the list.
See, Shaheem, just when I thought we were getting along.
Oh, you knew I was going to do that. I'm all about the business. I'm going to call you on the next week's show. And boom, 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 sitting there looking beautiful with your belts. My man.
And Renell, don't get no ideas. Don't even do it to yourself. You don't get no ideas. Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy.
Well, listen, it's been a great show about bucket list. I hope people learn something from this, because it is important to have goals and in life and achieve them when you can. It gives you a sense of fulfillment that you would not believe that you just can't get in.
Absolutely.
So try to check those check marks off your bucket list, people. If you're out there, all right. Don't do it for anyone else but yourself.
That's the only one I'm doing it for.
I know that's right. All right, boom. We gotta start to wrap things up. What you got coming up in this upcoming week?
Oh my goodness. This is my what do they call it? This is my Friday. Today is my Friday because I have to work at Fridays tonight. But I'm off tomorrow, supposedly. I think I'm doing something tomorrow. But anyway, my usual Tuesday night, Judy's Island Grill. Wednesday night, I am at Loafers. And then Thursday, the Olive Branch. Friday, I think I am off on Friday, I believe. I got to look at my calendar. And then Saturday, I have a wedding that I am actually DJing on Saturday. So I will not be at the Olive Branch, but there will be someone there. So still go and show love and be supportive to the Olive Branch because somebody will be there. I would never leave them like that. But I will be DJing a wedding come this Saturday.
It's that time of the year. And for those who need you for their wedding, how do they get in touch with you, Boom?
The official DJ Boom, right on Instagram. I'm right there, smack dab, the only one, the official DJ Boom, and then DJ Boom on Facebook. And clearly, that is my email address right there, djboom@boomsquaddjs.com. Hit me up there. Or, you hit me in my inbox. Or message me on Facebook, and I'll respond. I promise, I will.
There you go.
And I go everywhere. There's nowhere I don't go.
Yeah, you do travel. Oh, Debbie, what you doing this week?
I have a birthday.
Oh,
on my birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Yeah, I'll be 71.
Oh,
I mean, that's who
She'll
would
be
have
70 fun, y'all. 70
that's right.
I like that.
That's right.
70 fun. Oh, I can't wait to use that one.
That is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
That is a beautiful thing. Happy birthday. There you go. There you go. Y'all, everybody, make sure y'all reach out and say happy birthday on Debbie. Absolutely. And you still got your astrology classes too, though.
My astrology class is going on, and I'm starting a new piece, work of art. So I'm in there. I'm doing readings. I'm in there.
And how can people get in touch with you?
Vision Carriers at AOL.com.
You forgot?
Well, Vision Carriers at AOL.com.
Yeah.
My website is on the thingy. Do you see my website?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's my website. You can certainly go on there and find me.
There you go, people. So y'all make sure y'all reach out to Aunt Debbie, all right? As far as me, y'all already know music, more music, and fun on this podcast. But music. Go buy my records, please. Not records, but because there's no records anymore. Go buy my music. Waitlist, and it's on tonight. Available everywhere. So help your brother out and go do that. Also, follow me on my Instagram and all my social media. Follow all of us on our social media pages. You can find me on Instagram as The Big Shyheim, or you can also find me on Twitter as Simple Shyheim and at Shyheim. And reach out to me, DM me, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you guys. And that's what I got going on. And of course, don't forget to tune in next week for our 50th episode, people. Our 50. 50 of these suckers in the bag. and people, yeah, wow is right. And people, if you missed any one of them, you can go check them out. They're available for you to go check out. You can't see our first one. That one you can't see. That's only for us. But I'm going to make sure that you guys see clips of it next week.
It'll be here.
It'll be here. It'll be here. That's it. And that's what we have going, guys. Thanks for spending your Sunday with us once again. We love having you. We hope you enjoyed the show. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week for our 50th. All right? So enjoy your Sunday, everybody. We'll see you next week.